great day. Today is April 9th, and my name is Colleen Magnus, and today you are going to be Creating with Colleen. So I appreciate all of you who join me every Wednesday on my Creating with Colleen Magnus YouTube live channel. I come to you live at noontime the majority of the time, like 99% of the time, just if something comes up. Which like next week, so let me tell you right now, it's spring break here in Chesapeake. It's hard to believe that summer's right around the corner. So I won't be live next Wednesday because I am going to take my grandchildren to the movies. I think that's pretty important too. So anyways, it's been a busy morning, but a good morning. Beautiful weather outside. Went and picked up my taxes. They're filed and done for another year. Happy to get that done. And it was right before this that I realized, oh my gosh, I hadn't even had breakfast yet. So after my live, I get the fun of going to Costco with my neighbor and my mom. I have the card, so I'll be taking them. And I will eat something before I go because you never, ever want to go to Costco hungry. They feed you those little samples on the aisles, and it is like you're at a smorgasbord. And then you buy it all, and then you come home and you're like, what did I do? Anyways, I will be eating before I go. But anyway, so lots to show you today. I have the new product. You know, last week, if you missed my live last week, please go look because I featured over 20 bundles in some stamp sets with samples to go with them that are on our last chance list. So last chance list means just that. It's only available while supplies last. So if you know me, you know, usually I might have an idea before Wednesday morning what I'm going to create, but I got up this morning and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's too early to create with new product. I mean, I know it's not, but you can't get it until May 6th unless you purchase a starter kit where you get to select 125 in product. You only pay $99. The shipping is free. Then you can select what us demonstrators get as a pre-order to put in your starter kit. But if not, that's okay. You can wait till May 6th. But I do know on the last chance list, before you are going to demonstrate it, check the number to see if it's still available. And what I had in mind was not available. So I'm not going to show what I have and you can't have. So if there are things on that last chance list, watch my video from last Wednesday. Again, it doesn't feature everything, but it features a lot. And I'm a visual person, so it's really good to see what will be going out. So today, I was like, okay, I need something quick and easy. And I got it. It features our new products, and I think you're going to like it. So I'm going to show you the items that I have because this is a catalog. It is a great catalog, but I cannot show you what's inside until May 6th. So I can't actually show you the pictures, but I can show you the products. I don't do a huge pre-order like a lot of demonstrators do because, again, I'm a visual person, so I get enough to get me started and make me happy, and I think you'll like what I have. And then I like to see what other people are doing with the products out there. So without further ado, let me go ahead and boot up here. Let me make sure I've got you over here on the laptop. I'll turn it down. I will check my comments. And I just can't wait to go ahead and show you some of these new products because they really are nice. All right, so let me see. Oh, there's my comments. I was like, no comments. All right, hold on. Let me turn you around. Put this down, and then I'll just get lined up here. All right, so let me see. Looks kind of straight. Hopefully we're in there. As in my world, always close enough will count. So Melinda, hello from West Virginia, and Crystal from Iowa. Hello, Miss Gwen in Virginia, and Mary Craig. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, I'm glad you're here with me from Germany, Evelyn. I sent you an email this morning. I hope you got it. Karen Donkinson, glad you are here, dear old friend. And Mary Kay, chilly Maryland. Yeah, it was chilly here. I mean, like they called for a frost. So the plants that I had bought at Costco, isn't that terrible? 2 Costco trips in 1 week. Anyways, the ones that I bought earlier in the week, I actually brought them in. I hadn't put them in the pots yet for fear that they might freeze. And hello, Kathy from New Hampshire. Alrighty, well, we are going to get started here, y'all. So again, this is the new catalog. Customers will be able to order it on May 6th. If you have ordered from me within the past year, You should be receiving yours in the mail pretty much any time now. They do send them snail mail, but you should be getting it. Hey, Teresa and Jill. Good, good, good. We got a lot of people in the house today. All right. So now let me show you. We always get new in colors. I don't know why that's blurry there. There we go. Had to bring it into focus. So we have new in colors that are coming in from Stampin' Up, and our old in colors will be going out. So one of the new in colors is actually a repeat. We had this before and we love it. This is Strawberry Slush. So really, really neat color. Kind of on the pink side, but deeper than a pink. Really pretty. So we have Strawberry Slush coming in. Timid Tiger. That is really nice. Darling Duckling. I think they have so much fun when they're naming these colors. We have Cloud Cover and Secret Sea, which is really a mystery kind of color. It's really cool. Different from a Night of Navy. I think a little bit more gray in it, but still a blue tint. So we have these colors, but we do have an issue with one color. We have, for the ink pads, of course, we have our Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, and the Secret Sea, but we do not have the Cloud Cover ink pad yet. Stampin' Up was having some issues with the ink. It was fading over a certain amount of time, and I'm just always so thankful that I work for a company that is not going to start selling a defective product. They would rather not release it at this time, get it right, and then when we get it, it is right. We're not returning things or being unhappy with things. So you can get the card stocks. They'll be available. The ink pads, the refills, the blends, but not the ink pad for the Cloud Clover. So just keep that in mind. So it should be coming, just not here yet. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Oh, so Evelyn was busy prepping Easter boxes. Good for you. Work a little bit ahead of the game, although you know it will be here before you know it. Okay, so now let me show you some of the products. I did order those colors to get myself started. And then, you all know we were at On Stage in Raleigh a couple weeks ago. Had a great time. There's nothing more fun than a Stampin' Up event where you can gather with all your friends and make new friends. And this here, this was one of the stamp sets that was an all attendee giveaway that will be in the new catalog. So this is $1 million set. Barb Brimhall designed this. And this is a lot of fun. So this is going to be a great set. And again, this was an all attendee giveaway, so everybody got one. I love those. That's usually the chances of winning door prizes. But again, Stampin' Up being true, awesome as they are, everybody did get a door prize. And so I actually got the Pretty Florals stamp set. Now there are dies that come with this, but it's a two-step stamp, which I love. So you can see the solid flowers, and then this will be on top. And let me see something here. Okay, so here you actually do have the solid pieces and then the detailed pieces. But I think you pair this up with some beautiful spring colors, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Now it is, as I said, it's part of a suite. So I don't have the dies, but I do have the designer paper. So the paper, this is called Florals in Bloom, and lots of great colors in here. So I will show them to you. You have these, and that is your background. This one here. And I always love the Stampin' Up paper, one for the colors, but I love, fall is probably my favorite season, along with the fall colors. But you know, once you've done fall and you did Christmas, you're ready for some bright, beautiful, subtle though, spring colors. So we have all these here. Look at that. Love it. Peacock and Lost Lagoon. Oh my goodness. And then this one here. Isn't that beautiful? So y'all know I am color challenged, which is why I always love Stampin' Up designer paper. One, it coordinates with the cardstock. It coordinates with the inks. It's perfect. But when you are actually looking at it, when you buy the pack of cardstock, it will tell you on the back the coordinating colors. And this just helps me so much to put my colors together. So I don't sweat the colors anymore because between the paper and what Stampin' Up! Recommends, I know I've got a win-win situation. And there was another designer paper that I had to grab that was really pretty. And this is called Floral Impressions. So again, this has all the products that can match with it. I went sparing on my sneak peek just because I want to see what else is out there when others start creating. And you got to pace yourself, let's face it. Although it's great as a demonstrator, I do get all my products at a discount. I still, everything in moderation in life. That's your lesson for the day. No matter what it is, whether it's ice cream or Stampin' Up, enjoy, take part in moderation. Oh, good. Judy's here from Canada. Hello, Judy. So let me keep going. Don't want to get sidetracked. So here, these are, again, beautiful colors. And when I was pulling these out, I was like, oh my goodness, look at the background. I was so impressed with the flowers, how pretty they were. But then when I saw the backgrounds and the colors, I was kind of like, okay, this is pretty awesome because you're going to be able to use these a lot. So we have this here. Nice pastels on the back. Love that. I mean, it's just so warm. I love it. Along with that, this one here. Stampin' Up! Has really, I've said it for years now, they have really nailed down the designer paper. They know how to create it, they have the quality, and they definitely have the colors for us to create. So this was the Floral Impressions. Now, while we were there, we had demonstrators doing product demonstrations. And they did such an awesome job on their products. I mean, they threw that line out in the water and I was hook, line, and sinker. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to start creating with these, but I'm telling you, the projects that they did were awesome. So this is a punch bundle, and this is called Sweet Jar. And it's exactly that. You can have jelly beans, shamrocks. We never have really anything for St. Patty's Day, so that was a lot of fun. You could put hearts in your jar. You can put candles, all kinds of things. And then you have, of course, your punch. So y'all know you're going to see a shaker card at some point with that because that's what I love, is my shaker cards. But this, I think, was a really fun bundle. And I think you're going to see some wonderful projects with it. The other one, it's called Notes and Totes. So Notes and Totes, I wish I need to research. I don't know if I could find out the gal who did this demonstration or not. Again, just sold it. It doesn't look like much here, but let me tell you what. She did like a beginner, a stepped up card, and then an avid card, and everyone was just awesome. So here you have Notes and Totes. Again, just a fun little stamp set. And then here in the dies, the Notes and Totes dies, this was so much fun. It's actually a beach bag. And you've got your starfish, you have your water bottles, you have your cool heart sunglasses, the little tag on the bag, just amazing. So look out, y'all. As soon as I have the time, there was no way I could create from scratch on something this detailed this morning, but you will be seeing things like this soon. So what I did end up getting, let me keep going. This is an awesome stamp set that's going to be in the new catalog. And this is called The Right Words. How often are you making a card and you really want to, give some words of comfort to somebody, but you really just don't know what to say? So this is The Right Words, but just know how much I love and care for you. I wish I had the right words for a time like this. I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you. I really don't like that you're leaving, but I hope you love where you're going. I could use that today for my dear friend Jolene, who is moving back home. So I have to be happy for her because she's going to live with her sisters. They're actually going to be living with her, but boy, will we miss her. Just a beautiful person. So, of course, we will keep in touch by phone and definitely with cards. So here, I'm going to be using this stamp set on the card that I'm making. And again, the card I'm making I just thought, what am I going to do? I need something quick and simple since by morning I had a couple things I had to run to. So you have to love when Stampin' Up! Makes it quick and simple and easy for you. This is a designer paper here. It's a 6x6, so you get 4 each of the designs, and it's called Beautiful Gallery. So this is an entire suite, and it has some beautiful stamps that go with it, but I just grabbed the designer paper at the moment, and let me show it to you. Anytime there is a scene, they do like scenery with Stampin' Up, it's just gorgeous. And this I like because, again, this could be more of a vintage card. It could be for masculine, what have you. So there's the first cardstock and design. Look how pretty that is. Look at this one. Doesn't that just take you back? Norman Rockwell. Love it. And then you have this beautiful, let me see if you could see that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Then you have this one. Y'all are going to see a lot of this. And please make sure, if you are liking this, that you put it on your order on May 6th, because if it goes unavailable, it'll only be for a little bit of time. But Beautiful Gallery designer paper, it's going to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. This is one I'm going to actually be using for my card. We have that there. And then we have this. Aren't they gorgeous though? This resembles the stamp set that comes with it. And then you have this. And then lots of beautiful roses and flowers. And I mean, look at that. Beautiful. And how pretty is this one? I mean, I really do like them all. And then these colors were really pretty. Looks like a Lost Lagoon. And what was the other one? Oh, Calypso Coral. And then a little bit of that Smoky Slate. And the Secret Sea is in there. Very pretty. And then this one, last but not least. So this is the designer paper that I'm going to be using today. I think that is pretty much the new products that I have. Again, I chose to pace myself so that I can give it some thought. I'm like, man, I'm just like, anything just coming out of the gate, like, oh, and I'm overwhelmed. And it's like, Colleen, breathe, breathe. It's a beautiful product, but think what you're getting. And again, I have enough to get started. I have enough that I'm happy with. And then I'll see what everybody else is creating along with what I create with too. So let's get started. Let's get started. The other products that I'm going to be using with this card, along with the designer paper and the stamp set, definitely the Everyday Arches. This is an online exclusive, and I like the two together. I've made some fun cards. You can see other videos that I've made. But if nothing else, make sure you get these dies, because anytime you have a geometric die that is layered, lots of different things you could do with it. Now this distressed tile, I did check before I started my project this morning. It is still available. It is marked down to $9, but I was really surprised it was still available on our last chance list, because it is a fantastic embossing folder to use just to get your texture. And then this is an online exclusive, textured notes. And what I'm using here is, I love the this little bit of a leaf, the distinctive stamping. And I wanted to put something on the inside with my words, so that's what I'll be using with that. All right, let me show you what you need today. You are going to need a piece of crumb cake that is 5.5 by 8.5. And you would score it at 4 1/4. I haven't scored it. And the reason I haven't is because a lot of times I just score it when we're going this way for you. Because really, when you fold it, you're bending with the grain. So it's going to fold very nicely. You'll see how I do it. I just match up my corners. I don't necessarily need the score. It's when you're cutting this way, it's hard. So you would definitely, on the 8.5 side, you definitely want to score it long ways. I'm getting all mixed up here. This way here, okay, this is 8.5. Where's my ruler? Yes, so this is 5.5 by 8.5. So when you're on the 11-inch side, you're going to want to score it because if you don't score it at the 5.5, this is hard because you're folding against the grain. This, you're not. Okay, all that to say, you should probably just score it and it'd be a whole lot less words. So anyways, 5.5 by 8.5 crumb cake. 4 by 5.25 pecan pie, and I'm going to emboss that with the distressed tile folder. Then you're going to need a scrap of the Mossy Meadow. Love Mossy Meadow. Of course, y'all know I'm a green gal. It's my favorite color. And with this, you're going to use the 3rd largest arch. Here, I've already cut this. This is for my inside. I wanted to carry those arches into the inside of the card. So this is the very largest arch with our very vanilla. And then this is my designer paper. And the reason I picked this size arch for this, it's the 4th largest arch coming in, is because y'all know I want to get the most bang for my buck out of my stamping products. So this paper is actually 3 by 6. And that's perfect because out of a 6 by 6 piece of designer paper, I'm going to get 2 cards and it just fits. So there you go. Go ahead and take your picture. Very good. And let's get creating. Okay, so there again, I'm going to take my crumb cake. And for me, if I just match up my corners, since I am folding with the grain, then I get a perfect fold every time. Okay. So here I have this, and I can just go ahead and set this aside. And I'm going to go ahead and do my embossing first. So I have all of my pieces. So here, I'm going to cut this with the arch. I'm going to cut this with the arch. Let me get my other piece. And then for here, I am going to go ahead and emboss that. And I do like to show what y'all know, because if you haven't used our die cutting machine before, you need to know how. There's my machine. Got my parts. And my folder. Okay. And stick around too, because some y'all out there, you know, you got to keep me in line. It takes a village. I want to show you how I mount my stamps and a little trick that I do to them, which really I find helpful. So when I get ready to do the stamping, I will do that first, God willing, if you remind me. Okay. So here I have my 2 different arches. So I am going to put this out of the way. Y'all always need a magnetic plate to hold your dies. You want to keep them within reach. And here, let me see, I'm a little low there. Let me see something here. You can see a little bit better. Okay. So we'll do the embossing first. This is my piece of pecan pie. And I actually did the other card I'm going to show you a little bit different. And then I want your opinion at the end, what you think. But here, take your line. This is a 3D folder. I'm just going to line it up like so. I've got it. Always put it in with your folded side in. I'm going to take the number 1 base plate and then the gray plate that you need for 3D embossing folders. That's your item number. I'll put it on here. Then I'm just going to line everything up and just gently go through. And I have this gorgeous distressed piece of paper. Isn't that beautiful? And I am a texture person. That's why I like the folders, because sometimes I've actually tried putting color in there. And oh my goodness, it is a thin line between pretty and what did I do? Okay, so on this one, when you're cutting dies, you need your number 1 base plate. You need the number 2 plate because that gives it a little bit extra thickness. You need a clear acrylic plate and then your other clear acrylic plate to go on top. So for the designer paper, that is the 3 inches. I'm going to take this one here. And again, this was the 4th largest one coming in. And you can see how I'll put that like that. So I can make it as high as I want, but nice thing about it is I will be getting 2 cards out of my piece here. So I will take, where's my Post-it notes? I like to take a Post-it note to hold it in place. So, yeah, that looks pretty right there. So I will make sure this is held down so it doesn't go anywhere. I like to put it in at an angle so it doesn't like chunk when you're doing it. It kind of glides right through. Make sure your sides are even. And then put this through. And I have my piece right here. I have that gorgeous piece. Isn't that beautiful? It just reminds me like you are looking out an arched window. I just love that. All right, and then last but not least, put that over here. I will go ahead and just lay this on top. Now this here is just my Mossy Meadow. I probably don't need this, but let me do it just in case I do. That'll be my Mossy Meadow that I can layer that arch with. So again, any type of a geometric die is awesome because you can layer them. Push this through and then put this aside. So now that I have all my pieces, just like that. Sometimes your Post-it note wants to stick to it. If you have really sticky Post-it notes, kind of just dab it on your jeans first to get some of the stickiness off. So, hey, Marva, I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it with us today. So let me bring my pieces back in. I have, of course, my crumb cake and my piece here. So that is just layered 1/4 inch smaller. And again, this is where the difference comes in the original card I made that I will want your opinion. So we will take a little vote at the end. So I'll put this on here. But needing a quick, easy card, just go to our designer paper. It's awesome. Okay, now for this one, I am going to go ahead and stamp using that awesome stamp set, The Right Words. And I'm going to stamp, whoops, getting a little excited there. Stamp right on the designer paper. And y'all know if you ever mess it up, then you just stamp on a regular piece of paper, cut it close, and put it over the words, pretending like that's exactly how you wanted it. So here I have Thinking of You. Like that. And I'm going to put this layered inside here. But the colors, these are my colors anyways, but the colors were just beautiful with this. Okay. Now with this, I'm going to pop it up. And I think it'd be good to have this card both ways so that I can decide which one I like better too. So I'm using the large dimensionals. And I'll just peel these off. Like so. It's my stamp room. I can throw them anywhere I want. And then I will just put this on the front. So there I have my Thinking of You. Now for the inside, again, this is the largest arch and the very vanilla. I could have done a couple things. I could have just stamped on the inside, but I kind of like to have something in there to make it look finished. I could have just put another rectangle piece of very vanilla in there, but I really wanted to carry that theme of my arches into that. Okay, I'm glad I remembered. Y'all are slacking on the job. Nobody reminded me. Let me show you how I mount my stamps. Let me show you because I actually had somebody ask me the other day. So they were like, how do you mount them? There are different ways and different techniques. So I'm just going to show you what works for me and then my little trick, which really works for me. So when you get a rubber cling stamp set, it comes separate. You've got your labels over here and you've got your pieces right here. So what I like to do is I will just take one of the words, this one here, let me see what that says. To someone, so let me get the right one, to someone worth celebrating every single day. Oh man, that's cool, I like that. So when you're looking at these, on one side, they're actually split. And that's kind of what you want to, well, what I do. I take off these pieces right here. And then you have to take this backing off. So basically your label is exposed and so is the back here. Make sure you have it going the right way. And then what I like to do is I just kind of start at one corner. I barely touch it. I put it down. I kind of look over here, lay it down. And then when I pull it off, I have my label. Now let me tell you first of all, if you start putting it down and you're like, oh my goodness, that's crooked, I have to do something about it. Sorry, just keep rolling with it because you can actually tear some of the foam trying to pull it off. If that's the case, I know you might not sleep for a night or two, but get over it. And then just know when you stamp, like you can always like stamp on a scrap piece of paper and then adjust it. Thankfully, this one is good. So now what I would do is I would put it on my block. But the thing of it is, like for example, this is on the block. Sometimes with a red cling, it really, let me wash this real quick before I get it all over my fingers. Sometimes, especially like I might have a stamp club this week and I just leave them on my blocks to next week. And sometimes it's hard. Like you really have to get underneath there and try to get your finger underneath that label. So here's a trick of what I'm going to show you. I always take just you got your Scotch tape. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll just take a corner of the stamp or some little part and I just put it onto there. You don't need a lot. You just need a place to get your finger under. The other thing is this is so sticky, it's going to stick even though that little piece isn't there. So then I take this and I trim it off. Get that off. Hardest part is getting it off your paper snips. And the reason I do that is because now that part's not sticky. So for example, I did it here. Am I thinking of you? This is hard kind of to pull off, or it can be, especially if you leave it on there. But see where I put the tape? I can get my finger right underneath there and I can pull that off. So for example, I'll put this one on, do my stamping. When I go to take it off, that sticky's not there. It's gonna stay. You're not going to get it off when you're stamping, but I have a place to put my finger underneath there and then take it off. And that, I think, is a good little trick to know, to be honest with you. And if you take the time, don't like mount a stamp and say, oh, I'll go back and do that later. As you're mounting your stamp, do it, because it will be one of those things where you might not get back to it. I just think it makes it much easier getting it off the block. All right, so to be continued, I am going to take this here. And again, the other part of the words I love. Forever loved, forever remembered. This is a sympathy card. So I will just take my Mossy Meadow. Gonna stamp. I always need like a darker backing there, okay. Forever loved, forever remembered. And then I kind of wanted to bring a little bit of this, again, the little bit of the greenery in there, not greenery, but the nature in there. So that's when I went ahead and took the textured notes, and I really do like this one here. So now I'll just take my pecan pie, since that does have crumb cake and pecan pie in there. I know because Stampin' Up! Told me. And I'm just going to do a really quick, let's just do one here, and then a two-step stamping where I just kind of move it a little bit. And I have that down there. So now that I have that, I will go ahead, open this up. You can also use your Stampin' Seal. And keep in mind when you use it, curl your hand. That's where people get it. This will be your best friend or your worst enemy. So if you don't have the sticky, you can pull this around till you feel the sticky. You don't have to push hard, or you don't want to go to the side, but just pull like this. And if you're curling your hand, that adhesive is always going around that roller. You're good to go. All right, and then this on the inside. So I didn't need I didn't have any question on the inside. I like the arch on the inside. I think that's a little bit different. But here is a solid. And then with this one, I used another coordinating arch. So I want to know, which one do you like better? Do you like the solid or do you like the coordinating arch? So that's what I want to hear from you. Now keep in mind on this arch, I still went ahead and embossed it with a Distress Tile embossing folder. So you must first cut your arch and then go ahead and emboss it. Because if you don't, if you emboss it first, then when you're cutting it and it's going through the die cutting machine, you're going to flatten out all your texture. And that won't work. So that is the largest arch. So which one do you like? There's always a delay, so I'll give you a minute to type it in. But I think we are really in store, y'all, for a lot of great new products. It's a nice catalog. They listened to us. Stampin' Up! Is really a great company. We have a list in the back where our designer papers are. They brought some of the designer papers back that we have loved, or they kept them with us, I should say. Our dies, we have pictures of the dies in the back and pictures of the punches. So it really is nice that you have a reference to go to, a visual reference. So let me see. So Kathy likes it with the arch. Oh, Marva. Oh, the seal is your enemy. Seal and seal plus, is your enemy. Yeah, that stuff. I find the trick with the seal plus, Marva, is you almost kind of have to give it a little push. Like, don't do the whole thing because it's so strong. It's been known to tear some of the cardstock off. But you kind of have to give it a little and then use it. But I also find the regular Stampin' Seal is I won't say just as strong, but it's strong enough to hold most everything I need. And if not, you know my Tombow liquid glue is. All right, so Mary likes some coordinating. And see, Evelyn said she prefers, it's tough, she prefers today's card. Marva likes them both. Virginia likes the arch with it. Karen likes all arches. So, okay, so Judy likes a coordinating paper, both. And I get that, I get both, because when I first did this, I loved the concept, but I don't know why, y'all. I think it always has to have something. I was kind of like, oh, it looked kind of naked up here. That's just flat cardstock. But there's no way you could really put anything up there. Now this here, like I said, I like it, but now that I've made both, my goodness, it's hard to say. Maybe that one, but hard to say. But either way, you know, the inside I definitely liked. And there is one thing left. Hold on one second. I had... here we go. All right. Sorry about that. Y'all know I don't edit videos, although it probably wouldn't be a bad idea if I did. But here, now these, I always forget the embellishments. I don't know why. These are called adhesive back textured dots. And if you see them, I just think they're really cool. They do have the texture in there. So I really wasn't, you know, I guess the reason I always forget is because I think, oh my goodness, where am I going to put them? That can always be a dilemma. So let me see. Really need to refill my little guy here. And then I always try to work in threes. Let's see what we got here. So, like, I'm the type, I'm happy with one. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's one. Because then when I start to try to put the other ones in, I would definitely go smaller up here. Like, I don't know, should I put one like here? And then one here. But see, I feel like I always do that. Like, oh, it's the same thing always. So let me ask you this. So that's that one. It's like, connect the dots. You could always do that. Or should I just be happy with my one? I'm really kind of happy with the one. So y'all let me know, 1 or 3. This is 1, this is 3. But this is where I could lose all my time and just move them around. So don't forget, though, I'm waiting for y'all to tell me about that. But please don't forget that we have a new month of creativity files. So basically, this is the April edition, and you will get 8 projects. They're awesome because they have the supply list, they have pictures, complete directions to make 8 beautiful projects. And to get your class free, I will email the PDF if you place a minimum $40 order on my creatingwithcolleen.com blog. Or you can actually go to the website, creatingwithcolleen.stampinup.net. But everybody who does, if you place a minimum $40 order, I will be happy to send you everything to make these 8 projects in a PDF. And if you just want to purchase it, it's only $10.95. And anybody on my team gets it free. Just a way that I can bless them for being a part of my Stampin' family. So let me see what we're saying. Let me see. Evelyn likes the 1. Rebecca likes 2. Lori likes none. Good for you. That's true. Well, good, because I normally forget them, so that's probably just as well. Mary is for 1. Okay, Judy doesn't think I need any either. Thank you. Yeah, because this, I just think it's kind of distracting when you have such gorgeous paper. This kind of takes away, but I do like, for me, I do like the 1. I do like just the 1. All righty. So keep in mind, I sadly will not be with you next Wednesday because it is spring break in Chesapeake, and I will be taking my grandkids to the movies. That is something, that's a great reason, y'all. Although I'll miss you, I'll be with them, and that'll be a whole lot of fun. We're going to go see Roblox or whatever. It's one of the games they play on the computer, so I don't know what I'm in store for, but sometimes you got to meet them on their level and do what interests them. So hopefully we'll all get something out of it. If not, we'll get lunch. That always works. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell, give me a thumbs up, and you can request my newsletter at creatingwithcolleen.com. You can purchase there, and you can also join my Stampin' family there also. But most of all, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm always here to help you create, and I think the best part about Stampin' are the friends that you make. And I appreciate all of you being in the stamp room here with me today. So you all have a good day. I am going to go eat something before I go to Costco, so I don't spend like $300 while I'm there. And take care. I'll be in touch. And just remember, those new host benefits start on the 15th, which is next week. I believe that is Tuesday. That's what I think it is. But definitely, everybody who places a minimum $20 order, you will get a 10% of your merchandise back in free host dollars. So times are changing. I think they're changing for the better. And I hope you all have a blessed day and do something creative. Thanks so much now, and y'all take care. Bye-bye.